Welcome back to Donuts in Space and part 4 of the HMS Daring build. We've got a couple of things to go through, and we've also got a little unboxing to do too, so that's going to be exciting. Well, I hope it's exciting. Anywho, let's start with the ship. So I've got the hull on now, and we got the two holes cut out the bottom. And what I now need to do, now this has actually dried off properly, is I still need to do a little bit of sanding down the sides in places. But what I'm going to do is just cut off a little channel out there. Now this is on, and it's all solid, so I know that the hull just will not flex anymore. So yeah, I've just got a little bit of sanding to do around there just to bring the parts closely in line. I'm not so worried about getting rid of the seam line, to be fair, because that's going to form part of the bootstrap line, or whatever it's called. And we've got the back end buttoned up as well now, which is good. So happy with the way that's going. And I also sanded the hole down as well, so it sits straight, because otherwise it was just sort of like lolling off to one side, which I didn't really want. The closer we get it to perfect, the better, really, for when it goes onto the diorama. We've we've also got the whole of this part painted. Put together now. This is kind of almost ready now, really, for having paint to go on it. I just need to, once all the glue's dried, I just need to go in and just fill up the seams, etc. And get that sorted out, and then I can just mask off the areas that I need to. This part here I can just mask off, and then just spray that down. The dark grey colour. I can't remember what colour that is actually, to be fair, but yeah, that'll be done. We've got the bridge done, or well, I say done, almost done. We've got some little figures in there now. They're really teeny tiny, so you can't really see them that well, to be fair, but they're in and looking quite good, so happy with that. So let's get on with a little mini unboxing. So we've got the Phalanx CIWS guns, and these are from veteran models. I brought these some time ago, actually, because they are for the CVN-65. Well, I bought them for the CVN-65, but I can use them on this kit as well. And I'll just replace them because I need two for this kit, and then I think I might need them as well for the Type 23 frigate as well. I'm not sure, to be fair. But these are quite delicate, to be fair. The instructions that you get, that's kind of it. But then, I mean, I think, to be fair, you don't really need anything special on this. I mean, it gives you the part numbers there, and then you get a built-up version, and it tells you there what the built-up version looks like. So that's good. And these parts are quite small. They look quite delicate, actually, to be fair. So yeah, that adds a little bit of worry into the mix. Them being so small. So let's just get the little baggie open and shake them all out. There we go. And it looks as though, to be fair, for most of it, they're actually all broken up into their own parts. You get 4 in here by the looks of things, which is good. But yeah, this is what they look like, and if I'm to be honest, they are a lot better than the kit supplied parts that you get. And these are the little bases, I think, that they sit on. I just have to sit down and examine the instructions to see what happens with those. And then we've got these little bits as well. I think these might be the flares that they're talking about. And then you just get in the box 4 little bits of photo etch as well there, so you get 1 bit of photo etch for each kit. So this is going to be a bit of fun to build, I think, to be fair. I can have 2 of these. They sit, one just there and then one just there, and then I do believe it's the torpedoes that crisscross on the top bit there. The only thing that I'm not too sure about is there's 2 type of there's 2 machine guns. One sits there and one sits, well, I believe they're machine guns anyway. You get one that sits there and one that sits there. Now we've got the kit supplied parts, but I'm not sure if there are any aftermarket replacements for those, because the kit parts on detail really are very soft as always. So if I can actually find out the name of the gun that actually sits up on this little platform, just there and there, then I will have a hunt to see if I can actually find any guns for those replacement ones, because I'd rather have them replaced if I can, because as I say, the details on those are quite soft. So it would be nice to actually get those replaced. I'm not quite sure what these parts are, to be fair. I mean, because there appears to be nothing on there actually, to be fair, which is a bit weird. I don't know. Or they could be, or they could have just fallen off in the bag, to be fair. They could have done. I won't chuck anything away that's sitting on this bit, because yeah, if there's something that we need, then I don't want to chuck them away. I'll just have to put my reading glasses on and have a good look at the parts and have a look and see. But yeah, that's about that for the moment, guys. As I say, I just wanted to give you a quick update on where we got with the hull and just do a quick unboxing of these before we went any further with it all. So that's about it for the moment. I will come back to you as soon as I've got some more work done to this wee beastie of mine. We got quite a bit of work done to this wee beastie of mine now, to be fair. I think in the last segment I did say that we had the hull down, or laid, or the hull put on, sorry. So that's done. I got the bootstrap line put in. We had a bit of bleed through on that side there, as you can see. But that's alright. I've decided that what I can do to negate that is basically use the red oxide paint to paint the bottom of the hull, and then you'd never know that that was there. I mean, to be honest, I'm 99.9% certain that once this is actually in the Seascape, that is not going to be seen anyway. But you know, I think as modelers, OCD kicks in and says, "No, you're not leaving that, mate. You're going to sort that out." So I'm going to spray the bottom half down in the red colour. We've also got the hole cut straight through the bottom there, so we can run all the wires through. Space is still tight in there, to be fair, but at least I've got enough space in there to use a pair of tweezers to be able to do all the work that I need to do there. Before I did the bootstrap line, I actually painted the whole kit down in the surface, the Tamiya fine surface primer, and then once that had dried, I then put the bootstrap line on. The whole kit actually got completely resprayed with the primer, because I forgot to put the primer down on the deck. So the paint was actually starting to scratch off. Now, I didn't actually think about the fact that that was acrylic paint and the Tamiya surface primer isn't acrylic. And then when I suddenly remembered, it was too late, and I'm thinking, oh dear. But luckily enough, I escaped scot-free. It did not have a reaction to the paint at all and start bubbling up and blistering away like it sometimes does. That was negated, which is good. Happy with that. once we got that done, I then just basically resprayed the whole of the deck. I gave it two coats of the dark grey colour. We got this part done. This part at the top here goes to the main colour of the ship, and this part is the funnel for the engines. So that needed to be painted in the matte black. I mean, at the moment it's semi-gloss black, but by the time we've actually put the clear coat over that'll be taken back down to a matte. So yeah, quite happy with the way that's going. The surround for the missile silo, we've got the inside painted in the darker shade of grey as well. It calls for that in the instructions, and if you also look at the reference pictures of the ship, you can also see the evidence there for it as well. We've also got all the main antennae on the back of the ship all done in the black. Basically masked it off with tape to, I think, within a spitting distance of where it should be, to be fair, and that's looking quite good. I haven't actually sprayed the main hull colour on this yet. The reason being is the fact that I knew that without doing that, because I've got these ladders and photo etch parts on here, I don't really want to use tape to mask them off, because it'll rip them off. So I don't want to do that. But what I will do is I will mask off this black part and then spray the bottom part. It's easier for me to actually paint the black parts, especially because of the silly angles that you've got to get into to do it. You're kind of at all different angles, so you're just, you know, you're going to get overspray on this bit. It's minimised, it's not too much, to be fair, but yeah, I'll just mask off the black bit and then just spray the lighter grey colour on that section when we start spraying everything in the main hull colour. The forward superstructure, that's been put together completely now. This little deck here and this well, the flue, not the flue, but the exhaust for the engines, that's in as well now, and the bulkhead on the back has been put on. We've also sprayed down the back end of the ship as well in the black, as it's called for, and again you can see on the reference pictures. One of the other things that I've done as well is I've added the details on top of the sensor dome that were missing, and again, if you look at the reference pictures, you can see those sitting there, and the details that were here at the bottom of the dome, they were there originally, but to be honest, they were twice as thick, most probably a bit more than that really, than what they needed to be. So I've just removed those, and I've also used the 0.5mm brass rod in those as well, and that brings that down to where it should be. So yeah, that's that looking good. We've also got the exhaust for the hangar bay vent painted in black, and we've also got the top of its stack in the black as well. I did spray the inside of this as well, apart from that one little corner, but I'm not really too bothered about that really, because to be fair, you're not going to see that through there. I just wanted the main areas, just kind of like at the top and down the sides a little bit, that needed to be done. So we've got that done. We've also got the main radar painted, and we did have the top of this painted as well. It looks as though I'm going to have to do it again, because the gap at the front I didn't notice until it looked fine, and it was only when I painted or repainted the top in the dark grey did it show that wasn't actually the case. So I've kind of taped that down to minimise the damage caused through sanding, and that I just need a quick touch up once that's done, and then I can work on the rest of the bits on that. But yeah, that's kind of where we are at the moment. My next step for this, as I say, is really to get the oxide red down for the hull. Once that's done, I will need to temporarily put this side of the hangar bay in place. The reason I need to do that is because we've got the mezzanine floor that needs to go in here, which is the photo etch that I showed you in an earlier segment, and that also needs to be painted the whole colour too. So what I'll do is I'll just super glue it, or CA it should I say really, to this section, but making sure that, you know, it does fit flush with this bulkhead as well, but not glue it to that bulkhead. So I can take this out, paint it, and then when I'm ready to, I can then just run a blob of CA down this side of it, so when I then go to put this in, it will actually meet up with the wall and be super glued to that wall at the same time as well. So that's going to be my next area to do. The other thing as well actually is for the main gun, deck gun there, and also the two 30mm machine guns that sit here. I've actually found really good replicas of those, again through Veteran Models, same guy that basically does these ones. So I've ordered those. They're actually coming from Australia, so it's going to take a little while for them to get here. Now it says that they can be here between the beginning of January to the middle of February, but really I'm kind of thinking that it will only take possibly 3 weeks to get here. I think I sent something to my friend Keith, who lives in Australia, and I think it took 3 weeks to get to him from here, so I would imagine it would be roughly the same coming this way. But that's certainly going to improve the look of it, because the machine guns that go here, or the 30 caliber or 30mm guns that go on this part of the deck, the kit supplied ones are absolutely bloody horrendous. They really are. They just do not look like what they should. I think what I'll do is, once I've actually got them, once I've got those in and they're built and painted, I'll do a side-by-side comparison between the two if I can remember, because honestly you'd be laughing at the pitiful excuse of a gun that you got from Airfix. But then I think just any other model company would be the same as well, to be fair. I think it's a stock part that they just seem to use over and over and over again. It's just weird. I swear to God that it's most probably a gun that belongs on a World War II ship, and they thought, oh well, nobody knows, we slap it on there. Yeah, but there you go. So that's it. So I'm just going to carry on, get those few bits done, and as soon as I've got some more work done to this wee beastie, I will come back to you.